But we ended up that same night watching a documentary. It's called Murder Ball. If you guys haven't seen it, I definitely recommend you watching it. It's a documentary about quadriplegics that play rugby. And it's really cool. They have these really beefed out wheelchairs. The wheels are out to the side, kind of angled, and they just smash into each other. I mean, guys are getting knocked out of their wheelchairs, falling over, there's blood, there's everything. It's just as aggressive as football, hockey, any other sport you think of. So it was really cool to watch that, just to see some of the possibilities. But the more important part about this film was that it went into their lives, not about rugby. And they shared their experiences, what it took for them to become independent again, and how they enjoyed life. And when they were talking about how happy they were, I could see it in their eyes. They truly were happy. And that sort of gave me a little bit of hope. Okay, these guys are doing it. These guys are enjoying life. I can do the same. So I went to bed that night and woke up the next morning, and honestly, that ton of bricks that hit me the day before was completely lifted off my chest. And that's when everything in my mind changed about my situation. And now it was, I'm gonna do everything I can do to take this as far as I possibly can. And so that day, I went to therapy. I worked harder than I've ever worked in therapy. And normally what I would do is I'd come back, I'd have somebody help me get into bed, help me get completely undressed. I'd have to get completely undressed to be comfortable, because surprisingly, I have sensation throughout my entire body. I just don't feel temperature or pain. My legs kind of feel like they're half numb all the time. There's almost like a hum in my legs at all times. But this was really uncomfortable for me at first, and so having clothes on and things like that just kind of irritated me. So I'd get into bed completely naked so I'd be comfortable for a little while. And but not on this day. I wasn't going to have somebody help me with all of that. So I got done with therapy, got back to my room, and I decided I was going to get myself back into that bed. I was going to get my legs up on the bed, and I was going to get myself undressed. And so I did that. It took a long time, but I did it. I got into bed and got undressed. And one of the bigger reasons why I wanted to get undressed was that I knew in about an hour I was going to be hungry and I was going to want dinner. And so I wanted to get it myself. And I wasn't going to go wheel out into the hospital and everything naked, because that probably wouldn't look the best. So I'd have to get myself dressed. And normally I would hit the call button for a nurse to come in. She'd help me get dressed. And then she'd go and get my food for me and bring it in, and I'd have dinner. But not this day. This day I was going to do it all on my own. So I started getting a little hungry, and I realized, okay, I should probably start trying to get dressed. So I started with my pants. I'm wrestling with my body and trying to get my pants on, trying to figure out how this works. And I mean, imagine trying to put your pants on when you can't stand up. I mean, how do you get them onto your butt and things like that? I had no idea. And so an hour later, I had my pants on. Awesome moment. But think about an hour trying to put your pants on. I'm gonna guess the slowest person in here maybe takes 15 seconds to get their pants on. And that's a long one. So over an hour of fighting with my body to try to make this happen. But I got them on. I was pumped. I didn't care it took an hour. That was just the first time.